Hey guys, Max here. So, just want to show off this account build I've been working on for a while, and to start off, let me show something that is very cool. So I'm gonna use my imbued heart. Oh yeah, by the way, look at my attack, 35 attack. These are my stats. Imbued heart. Look at this. I have vengeance. Oh, I can't use vengeance inside of a player-owned house. Well, anyways, you can see I do have vengeance. My magic level right now is boosted to 94, and I'm on the lunar spellbook, but I can also just show you, like, I do have lunars completed, and I think I'm the only one that's done this type of account build that has vengeance, because a lot of people, they don't want to get vengeance because you have to boost to it. The thing is, there's preserve now. And also, if you're with this account build, you have a lot of room with magic and range. Like right now, I'm melee based, and I have 85 magic. When I get 99 strength, I can actually get 89 magic, and I had calculated it to where if I boost with the imbued heart, leave preserve on, then my magic level will be above 94 for 7 minutes, which is the time it takes for the imbued heart to recharge. Which basically means as long as I don't die, I can have pot to venge constantly, which is pretty nice. So what I want to get into on this video, and actually why I'm also doing this video, is I don't think this account build is very good, and I want to turn this account I have into a 50 attack account, because I think that's going to be a lot better. This account has two big issues with it. The first big issue is that it risks too much to be competitive in the bracket that I'm in. So I'm at 88 combat, and basically if I want to go PKing, I'm gonna be risking like 600k plus, and I go against pures that can KO me very easily because my HP is low, or Zerker. Like, everyone can KO me very easily, and I just risk more than everyone, and I have to 4-item, and people don't want to fight me because I have defense. So it's just kind of, it's nothing you really want, to be honest with you. I don't think this account's very good. If you wanted to make kind of a trophy account, I think this is a pretty good trophy account because you can do a lot of things with it. And it does, like, a lot of people are really kind of interested in this account when they see it because it's such a weird account. It's also very easy to make. A lot of the things I'm wearing are buyable. Like, granite gloves are best in slot, better than Addy gloves or regen for this account, and they're 50, or actually I think they're less. I think they're like 400k now. But yeah, so what I want to do in this video is highlight some of the things that the last video that really detailed this type of account covered, which was Rendimento's video that I think came out in like 2015 or 2016, so a lot has changed since then. And I also want to go over some of the little details that I don't think too many people have thought about when it comes to making this account, some choices you have. So let's get into it. So when Rendimento when he made his account and was talking about this sort of build, he was complaining about how basically it's too inaccurate, and there's been a kind of a fix to that, if you want to call it that. So Obsidian Armor gives a 10% damage boost when you're using an obsidian weapon as well. And it also gives a 10% accuracy boost, which is kind of a big deal. It helps out quite a lot. So the other things that have come out that kind of help with accuracy are Dragon Defender. I don't know if that was out when Rendimento made his video, but still a lot of people I don't think were aware that you could get it on a Obby Mauler. Basically the Dragon Defender is glitched and it doesn't have an attack requirement, so you can actually wear it with 1 attack, 60 defense. And on this account you can also wear it, which is pretty good. So it's going to boost the accuracy on like a Slayer staff or bryophyta staff, which is also a new weapon and is very good. So basically the bryophyta staff has the same attack speed as like an adamant longsword, for example. And let's just take everything off and let's look at the stats. So 40 crush, 50 strength, and we can look at like an adamant longsword, so get 29 slash, 31 strength. It's a very good staff. It's pretty expensive. It's 2.8 mil, so you're probably not going to want to risk it when you're PKing. But it's cool if you want to. It might be useful for some bosses, maybe Vedion. It might be useful or something like that if you wanted to try to go for a pet on this sort of account. basically this account is a mystic staff, which is a 40 attack staff, but it only requires 30 attack. So here it is, bryophyta staff, and it's basically this. It's basically a mystic staff. And yeah, so Slayer staff still probably best in slot. If you're going against pures, the ham joint with the dragon defender, Obby shield might be better. Yeah. So let's see, what else is there to cover? Oh, well, let me show you some of the max hits I can hit with this strength level. And I think that this is kind of the combat bracket people should probably want to shoot for, because this is where you're going to be fighting pures. And this account is basically its best against pures. So put Piety on and Pata up. So 55 with Obby Maul. And let's put on, I'll have to repot in a second. Go, repot. So 33 with the Slayer staff. Oh, I don't have a strength amulet, but either way, gonna get a sense anyways. Got her hammer. Cool weapon. Let's just do a kick. 25 with a kick. So that's what you'd be doing with like a ham joint, for example. And once again, I only have 92 strength, but my combat level is 88, which is basically the same as maxed Godsword Pure. And that's kind of the issue is, like, if you remember what my max hit was wearing this gear, with the Berserker Ring imbued, it's a 55, and a maxed Pure can hit a 54 with the Elder Maul, and I don't even think that's with the Berserker Ring imbued. So yeah, this account's not too great. Good thing is Vengeance. I don't think anyone's done that before. It does make it a bit more viable. The accuracy bonus on the Obby Armor is pretty good. Another thing I want to point out with the Obby Armor is actually isn't very defensive. So it's like, you can see it's not very defensive at all. So Pures and Zerkers aren't going to have a tough time hitting on you if you have Obby Armor on. Right, so let's get into the choices of this account. If you actually want to go through and build this account, I'm going to basically explain the issue with this. So the issue is that you need to have 20 attack for, let's see, what is it? I believe it's Holy Grail. It's one of the Piety quests. And actually, so basically you need to get to 20 attack. 20 attack is 4070 XP. Okay. And we're going to do Fremnik Trials. Fremnik Trials is 2812 XP. Okay. So, you have two options. Basically, option one, if you want to do quests all the way, you could just train it up. Option one is do Mountain Daughter, which is going to give you 1000 XP. And then you have what I did was I did In Search of the Myarchy, which gives you, or Myarch, it gives you 600 XP. And then what you're left with to get to level 20 is you're left with 58 XP. So if you get, oh, let me add the Fremnik Trial one. XP from, and then you need to train, so train 58 XP. That's going to be 20 attack. So you have 20 attack, like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do all the Piety quests, and then you're going to get 20k XP in attack. And you're going to end up with 35 attack, and you're going to have quite a bit of room to spare. Now, option two is do, so Fremnik Trials, which is going to be 2812 XP. And then Fairy Tale Part 1. So it's going to give you 2000 XP. Okay, so you're going to have 20 right off the bat. You're not even going to have to train it. But once you get the 20k XP from Piety, you're going to end up with, look, I'll show you, 2,400, or 24,812, okay? So this is the XP you're going to have if you do the fairy tale. Now, the issue is 36 attack is 24,815 XP. Right? So you're going to be 3 XP away from failed. Now, what you get from fairy rings, basically, this is what you get from option 1. Option 1 is what I did. It's a safe route. If you don't want to be 3 XP away from failed, go with option 1. You're going to get a gather hammer. You can get the gather hammer from partial completion of an 8 of the mark. And it's a pretty cool weapon. It's kind of more of a vanity weapon now with the bryophyta staff or whatever. And you're also going to have Mountain Daughter completed. Mountain Daughter gives a really good boss for Nightmare Zone. So there's that. It's going to help out with getting Berserker Ring imbued. Option 2, however, so it's going to give you fairy rings. Fairy rings are very useful for unlocking achievement diaries. And the one that's the most useful is, see, here's the thing. It's not even that useful. But you're going to be able to actually complete Arty Medium Diary. Or at least you should be. I didn't test it myself. But it should be possible, and I'll walk you through, why. So here you're going to be able to do the fairy ring step. Here's the next step right here that's questionable. It's equip Iban's upgraded staff or upgrade an Iban staff. So the or upgrade is the part that is important. So you get Iban's staff with partial completion of Underground Pass. You don't need to turn it in completely to get the staff. The question, though, is, are you able to actually upgrade Iban's staff before you've turned in the quest? If you are, you should be able to complete this step and get the medium cape. The medium cape gives +4 stab accuracy. And the reason why I was saying it doesn't really give you anything is because you don't really use any stab weapons with this type of build. Pretty much everything is crush. Like, the Slayer Staff is crush, Ham Joints crush, Obby Maul crush, Bryophyta Staff crush, like, just everything's crush, so there's not really much point in it, but it is technically like a best in slot thing. The Gather Hammer isn't a best in slot, so it's really up to you whether or not you want to do that. Yeah, so I think that's everything I wanted to cover about this account. I think 50 attack is going to be a lot better. See you guys.